Hey everybody, YouTube subscribers, Facebook group friends. This is Andy's Free Guitar Chart videos today, and it's a rainy uh, Thursday, or is it Tuesday? I can hardly see. It's saying it's Thursday, but oh, it's saying rain on Thursday. Okay, thank you. It's rainy Tuesday today. Actually, it's election day 2024. So it should be an interesting day where lots of people are going to be watching television tonight. As if I feel like it's like the Super Bowl maybe or something, But there's always that feeling like, whoa, what if my team doesn't win? What then? So it's not whether you win or lose; it's how you play the game. And let's all remember that. So I'm not exactly a rock star, but yet I've made my life happy by playing guitar and being able to play songs myself. Of course, at first I was when I first started playing way back in the '80s, you know, uh, piano. It was about, can I play this? Can I do this? Can I play the Root Beer Rag? Can I play um, the Entertainer? Can I play guitar? The first kind of songs I did was like. I still remember, the imprints of the strings on my fingers, and I was like, "Whoa, this is hard to do." But that's where you put your fingers. So it's been a while since then. I mean, we're talking 50 years ago, and I still enjoy just playing for my own purposes, not to, you know. Become a rock star or something like that. I mean, that kind of thing. It's a big business, and it's almost like if you look at farming, there's big farms that do that supply the country with lots and lots of food, like a rock band would supply an audience worldwide, with lots of entertainment and concerts. That doesn't mean you can't have your own garden at home and do what you like. So um, without further ado, we have a lesson today, and I'm always trying to get it together for the lesson and for my own purposes to simplify. This is, of course, the 3D version, so we're going to go over the 2D version. Um, Here it is. All right, this is the same exact chart, just in 2D. All right, so what we have here is, I'm going to move me out of the way a second. It's chart 252, string shapes, notes, selection. And that's interesting. And notice has the word election in it. And what it is what, basically, as we're looking at the major scale string shapes here, and this could just be looking at the fretboard. And by the way, this fretboard has the fourth and the sevenths blackened, so it's easy to see the pentatonic structure of, let's say, that C box up there, okay, or the E box here, or the A box here. The pentatonic structure, you see, it's almost shaped like an A. The D box down here, okay, it's got its nice stack of pentatonic short here, and then you got two pentatonic longs, but there's a tuning third there, so we have to play it over one. So there's a split there. It's like a fault there. It's a warp, they call it. So they call it the tuning warp. Why? Because when you're playing your pattern, okay, you're going to get that part of the pattern that goes like that, but when you play it one string up, you have to change it. Okay, that sounds like something out of Twilight Zone. So you have to um, move it up one fret, and that kind of takes the easiness out of it, you know. I can do that faster than you see. So in guitar, we're always looking for an easy way to kind of meander with some notes and do a little fancy stuff, you know. By the way, that exact thing is okay. That's C. It was E, G, and then A to C. So it was E, G. Okay, that's what we were doing. I mean, I've done that. I used to do that a lot on the piano, you know, just anything like, you know. Or, okay, so that's easy on the piano, and you do things that are easy, but all of a sudden it gets difficult. So in that D position with pentatonic, it's better to not try to do anything too fancy until you get it straight. That's where the tuning difference is. So let's use that as a springboard to this rule that I have, that anyone who does pattern playing has, and that is that we do the pattern stack in fourths, but when we hit the tuning third, you have to move it over. Okay, so that tuning third isn't shown in this drawing here, and this is, you know, this is our major diatonic, and with the long patterns, although there's a major diatonic with the short patterns too. Okay, so here's the major diatonic with the short pattern. All right, it's the same scale, but you can't play this from the fret nut. Okay, so if I put Mr. Capo on here, I've got to get them straight and make sure I don't mess my strings up. Alright, so now we can't play this short pattern unless we play at least one fret up. So if this was the E, which it is, okay, because I'm down tuned C down C tuned, but this isn't going to play, right? We have to play the short patterns in at least the F, unless we're doing the C short pattern. So if we start the C here, and we also have our string shaped circle here. So C goes to G, goes to D, goes to A, goes to E. So we go C to G, then to D, to A, to E, and we just put the 2, 3, 4 right on top of the 6, 7 root. Okay, unless there's that tuning, the tuning fault right here. So you know, which is just the tuning third, we'll call it. You know, give it a kind of a neutral name there. Nothing, you know, nothing good, nothing bad. But that important thing about the tuning third is that it can mess up your playing if you're not ready for it. So you kind of have to warp up with it. So you take you and everything you are, and you warp through it like the, you know, they call it the warp, right? I keep thinking of like Star Trek, where you warp through the, you know, the porthole and the transporter. But really, in reality, they were talking about if it is ever done, you know, what it does is it recreates you at the other place and destroys you at the place you're at. So that's not really a tuning warp. So just take the pattern through the warp. It's like a tunnel. It's like a time tunnel. So the short pattern has to be played at least one fret up from the fret nut or capo, and it's important because if you have a capo and you want to put it on, you know, so you start, let's say, on the C, except for the C box, except for the C pattern.